Have you read John chapter 9 verses 4? The Bible says, man will work while it is still daytime, and the night cometh that no one will work but God. Listen, child of God, there is a time of man to work, and there is a time of God. Man will exhaust all his efforts while it is still daytime, and the night cometh. When the time of the night comes, the time of God. God cometh the 11th hour, when we have exhausted all our plans, when we have exhausted our strength and our energy. At that particular time, that is when God begins to work for us. Look at the story of Lazarus. After Lazarus has died and buried, after 3 days is when Jesus is appearing. When there is no hope at all, people who came to bury Lazarus, they left and they went, hopelessness. But that is the time when Jesus comes. Jesus comes when you have no hope, when you are frustrated, discouraged. That is when the power of God visits someone who is in that state. That is when power of God comes to do a miracle. Because one principle of God is that when it comes late, it comes great. The meaning of that is that when God comes late, it comes to multiply what you couldn't get while you are still having that energy. It comes to exalt his name so that the people can see the miracle and people can see the power of God. God exalts himself where there is hopelessness, where people are in distress, where people are frustrated and disappointed. But he is attracted with one thing: faith. When you have faith in your hopelessness, in your distress, in your depression, in your negativity, the power of God worketh much. Paul finishes and says in 2 Corinthians 12 verses 7 going down, he says that when I am weak, the grace abounds more in me. The grace of God works best in our weakness, when we have no hope, when we have been overwhelmed by the storms of life. That is the power